Hey guys, this is Kushal Shrivishmali and welcome to Malak42. In this YouTube video, we are going to talk about the development environment I use extensively for contributing to PyTorch as well as other open source libraries. Like not huge as PyTorch, but still, yeah. I use Vim extensively because I really like staying on keyboard and I don't like switching my keys. My fingers from keyboard to mouse. And it's just something really personal. And also because Vim is really lightweight, I don't have to install VS Code, install plugins, extensions, and all. I can just ship my Vim configuration file with wherever I am. I can store it on GitHub, and wherever whichever system I'm using, I'll just save it there temporarily, or I can also just follow the Vim default key mappings and all. Okay, so that's something I really like using, and that's called Vim. Now, take no credits away from the original authors of the configuration file that I'm using, and I've made a few changes on the top of it to install autocomplete and all. But yeah, the main things were done by, let me quickly show. So this AMX Vim RC is a very popular repository. As you can see, it's kind of updated regularly as well whenever there's a requirement. So there was the last commit 6 days ago, and you can go and kind of take a look at this and kind of install it yourself. So they are basic.vim and extended.vim, and these are the configuration files of Vim. Okay, and you can see there are a lot of people who have contributed to this file, and it's really huge. This is very basic configuration file which you might need. There are other extended Vim as well, which is kind of an advanced version of key mappings and all. So you can use this as well. Now there's file types and plugins config as well. Now plugins config is for those plugins, configuring plugins, whatever you have installed already. So for example, Zen mode is there, which I'll talk about in this video. Okay. So these things are really important. So we can just start working on these things now. Now you can see that I'm on my, wait, give me 1 second. Yeah. Now I'm on my terminal. Okay, I'm gonna hit Vim and enter. Now you can see whatever keys I'll be pressing, you'll be seeing them on the screen so that you kind of understand what I'm typing, because I'm gonna make it really fast now. First very thing I usually do is when I press Vim, I open this nerd tree where I can see what files are there in the folder. So if I want to navigate to some file, for example, I want to go to torch, I want to go to testing. I can search for testing by typing /testing, and there you go. I can go to internal, and for example here I want to go to common methods invocations.py, right? And I want to add something here, so I can just go and try adding any file. Okay, and there you go. So once this is done, I'll just save it, and that's it. Okay, now please don't worry, so this is just a demo of my development moments. This is not a tutorial, so that's how I do it. Now once this is done, I check for, let's say I want to commit this to GitHub and create a PR out of it. Okay, although it's not sufficient, but still. Now what I can do is I can just type git and press enter, and it will state the status for my git repository. I mean the look on the local system. So as it states that there is only one unstaged file. It's called torch testing internal common methods invocations.py, and it has been modified. That's what M stands for. If you want to stage it for changes, you can do small s, and it will get staged. That means you don't have to do git add torch testing internal common methods invocations.py anymore. If you want to exit from there, you can do gq, and that will exit itself from there. Now, please note I'm not using any key mappings from here because I usually don't use git commands so much that I need to create any key mappings here. But yeah, this is really easy for me now. Now, if I want to commit this, I can do just git commit. Okay, it will commit. It will show this commit message window for me where I can type the commit message, and I can just say that this was just for testing. Please ignore. Okay, and I can commit directly, or I can just avoid this as well. I would like, okay, let's go ahead and, I don't want to commit right now because I'm not on the main branch. Okay, I might just not do it for now, so please don't mind. I'm gonna exit from there. Okay, I'm aborting commit due to an empty commit message, as you could have seen in the bottom. That's it. Now that was about git plugin. There are other things as well. If you want to git diff, so it will show the diff for you. Okay, now I can go and edit things here. For example, op info new, and I can do this and save it here, and then I can do git diff. Now you will be able to see what's happening here. I can just exit from there. Now you can see here there will be a window coming up which tells you that this new line was added here, op info new, and this was the original file that you can see, and this tells you that this was modified and this line was added. Okay, and this is the diff command that was running for this particular command that we wrote here. And that's it. Yeah, this is really useful if you want to just see the differences between your branch and the main branch, or whatever branch you want to compare yourself with. So that's very useful as well. You can exit from there by pressing Q, and that's it. Now, the other things as well that you can use apart from Git, one of the things that I normally use is commenting out things. Okay, so for that, what I usually do is, let's say you want to comment out these three lines. Okay, now what will you do? You will do usually what do people do is this thing. Okay, they go to beginning of the line and type insert and this insert hash, which is kind of a comment symbol for in Python. Now you can also do this. Let me undo. Now I've just undone all these changes. Okay, now what I can do is I can do gc2j. What it will do is, gc is okay, I want to start commenting out things. 2j means that okay, go two lines down from where you are and comment those lines as well. Okay, so if I undo now, okay, I'm back. Now if I want to let's say comment out all these four lines, 1 2 3 4, I can do gc3j. As you can see now, this has been commented out and this is pretty clean. So yeah, it's pretty useful. Now if you want to uncomment these lines as well, gc is there in your SQ as well. You can do gc3j and it will uncomment for you as well. Okay, so this is pretty clean, pretty nice, and pretty fast. So that's something I use. Other thing I want to highlight is auto completion, which is not that straightforward. Okay, I'm gonna make another video on how to set this up on Vim. Okay, but let's just show you. So you can see there, if I'm trying to add any openfo, so this openfo by default is a class, and trying to initialize an object from there. You can keep typing things. Let's say it clearly states you on the top of this addition that the first argument expected is a name. So I can just add any object name. I mean the class, I mean, yeah, object name reference, you can add anything. Okay, so this is a keyword argument, and you can keep on typing things. Okay, and you can also skip this and start with aliases, and you can mention anything, like for example, I can keep it none. So yeah, this is how you can do it and exit from there. So that's something very useful as well. Okay, I'm gonna undo for now because I don't want these changes. Okay, now the one thing I want to talk about is Zen mode. Okay, what I can do here is comma Z. That's gonna bring me to this Zen mode. I can enter the full screen for you. Full screen mode, you can see. Now this Zen mode is very useful if you want to present something to your colleagues. Okay, you don't want to make a presentation, you want to present the code instead. You can enter the Zen mode. It's kind of a distraction free mode slash presentation mode for you, and you can just move along and do things. I really like this because it's pretty clean. It is nice. It doesn't have anything fancy. It just contains the code, and it's very useful as well. So I really like it. It's up to you if you want to use it. I can exit from here by just pressing comma Z, and that's it. I can come back from full screen mode, and that's it. Now let's say that I don't want this nerd tree on the right. I can exit from there as well by pressing comma NN. It will exit from there. If you want to find the file which file you have used, okay, sorry, the whatever file that you have opened, if you want to find that file in the nerd tree, you can do comma NF, and okay, sorry, comma NF. It will open the nerd tree starting from where the file was found. Okay, so it's basically nerd tree find. As you can see, whenever you press comma NF, it's going to open this nerd tree find for you, and you can click on this, or you can open this in a new tab. If you press small t, it will open this in a new tab. As you can see, there's already one there and one here. So I have opened common methods invocations.py again. Hence, you can see there are two common methods invocations.py here. And if you want to move between tabs, you can do GT. So that will basically move between the tabs. So it's pretty neat. I really like it. Okay, and you can play around other plugins as well, which I will talk about in the next video. For this video, I think this was really good. I hope that you are motivated to try out Vim. Okay, and yeah, before I go, I can just talk about set number, which is important as well. So as you can see, sometimes you want to point out to a presentation that hey, you look at 5184 line. Okay, and yeah, you can just either highlight it, or you can just point this out that okay, please go to 5184 line. Okay, so it's very useful. If you want to do this, you can do set number. If you want to do set relative number, you can also do that. So what it does is, you can say that can you go 4 lines above this. So it will just basically make it easy for you to go to that particular line, and that's how it happens. I hope you like this video. In case you want anything, clarification on how to install these things, please let us know in the comments below, and it will really help us. If you have any feedback, do make sure that you join our Discord channel. If you have any questions, you can come out and reach out to us. That will be amazing. Thanks a lot for joining, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.